Hi, I'm Loring. I'm a senior Bonner from Winchester, Tennessee, and I've spent most of my life only 30 minutes away from Sewanee's campus. My family and I moved from Franklin County when I was 4 years old, and I was lucky enough to grow up in a neighborhood where my grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins were only a short walk away. Generally, Franklin County is a place where everyone knows everyone, and community is understood to rest on the sense of camaraderie. Though I've been so grateful to have grown up surrounded by so much love, I struggled to feel like I belonged to a place. Growing up, I wanted so badly to be understood as a local. I understood that I was from Franklin County, but not quite. Maybe my lack of accent gave me away, or my common but unfamiliar last name. All I knew was that the sense of community that my friends and their families felt in this corner of the U.S. was something that I would likely never fully experience. As a kid, service was the first way I became part of my community. I became a Girl Scout in the 2nd grade, and many of my best childhood memories involved making crafts at nursing homes, working at my church's food bank, and collecting books for our local library. I continued doing service work in middle and high school, as well as taking a job at a local pharmacy that allowed me to interact with my community in a completely new way. I spent my days making milkshakes and chatting with our regular customers about their lives, their grandkids, their pets, and the weather, never fully realizing that, over time, these conversations and interactions were starting to make me feel like I belonged in this place. When I decided to go to Sewanee, I was worried that I would feel the same familiar isolation. My hometown was just starting to feel a little like home, and it seemed unlikely that I would feel any more accepted in an unfamiliar part of my county. This made the decision to come to Sewanee a difficult one. It put me at odds with the community I was just beginning to feel a part of, and promised an academic and social challenge I was uncertain if I was ready for. I moved into my dorm in August of 2015 and almost immediately started work at my sites. I tried my hand at a local medical clinic, polishing brass and picking produce at St. Mary's Convent, and playing games with kids at Sewanee Elementary School. As much fun as I was having, I felt like the work I was doing wasn't as fulfilling as I had expected. I eventually found the perfect fit in the core program at Franklin County High School. Working with young women at the high school I graduated from allowed me to connect with students like me in a place that was familiar. I felt like I was able to provide the kind of mentorship and support that I wish I had had when I was their age. The transition into my 2nd year of college was a difficult one. Though the sophomore slump is pretty common, it hit me particularly hard. Unlike most of my friends, I just didn't feel like I understood Sewanee as my home away from home. At the same time, my actual home didn't feel quite right either. I felt like my worst fears had been realized, now completely unsure of who or what I belonged to. While these realizations made me sad for a while, that sadness turned to anger, which morphed into resolve. I decided I was tired of comparing my own sense of worth and well-being to the specific sense of community that seemed to work for so many people, and spent some time deciding what exactly made me feel whole, sure-footed, strong, and peaceful. After a lot of reflecting, I decided that belonging doesn't have to mean putting down roots in Winchester, Sewanee, or anywhere. For me, rootedness might mean bringing the people I love everywhere I go, and allowing the love that I've experienced and the love that I have for the places that built me inform my path. For me, this realization was a turning point. I started to see my family, my Bonner community, and my friends as guideposts. These people encouraged my desire to throw myself out of my comfort zone, and supported my choice to leave the U.S. for the first time and study human rights in Nepal, Jordan, and Chile, starting in the fall of 2017. Studying human rights let me engage further with my Bonner work and better understand what it means to serve others, for better and for worse. My program was challenging, but spending 5 months stretching my brain and my beliefs was exactly the change of perspective I needed, and I came back to Sewanee ready to sink myself into my work. I focused in on my politics major to look more closely at policy and its impact on a larger scale, and started working as a senior intern for the Bonner program. Working as a senior intern allowed me to fully engage with my work as a Bonner, developing curriculum and facilitating workshops that helped me feel like I was really doing impactful work that would help the program grow long term. Spending time engaging and connecting with Bonners, Canales, and the office staff helped me feel like I was putting down roots for the very first time. It's strange to think that my sophomore self will be shocked to learn that the prospect of graduation is bittersweet. That being said, I'm so proud of the work I've done in Sewanee. My experience as a Bonner helped me make sense of my community and myself, figuring out the kind of person I want to be, the kind of life I want to create, and the kind of people I want to surround myself with. Now that I'm wrapping up my senior year, I'm happy to say that I never quite found that home away from home that I was looking for. Instead, the Bonner program helped me find a home within my home.